So let's break this down. So I go there, and this is, of course, the seating, as you know, I've explained to you, was run by the White House Correspondents Association, the WHCA, which is the basically corrupt cabal of fake news that is able to allocate the seats. Now, I've said this forever because the White House has stripped their power of the press pool, and they put in new media, people like me and others, so that we get access to the president in the Oval Office. The only thing they have left are the control of those seats. That is their power. Once that is stripped away, the way Hegseth did in the Pentagon, it's going to be a new dawning of a day in the White House press briefing room. Whether that's going to happen, I do not know. I have called for it repeatedly, as you know, to break up that power cabal with the seating arrangements. But like a good soldier, I stand up when I can and, stand there for an hour or so, an hour and a half. It's all good. At my age, going to be 68 in March. Not really the best thing for my back, but hey, you know what? Lace them up and lace them tight. So yesterday, right, we go in there and we had two National Guardsmen assassinated, a political assassination by an unvetted Afghan refugee, right? Not properly vetted, because if he had been properly vetted, he wouldn't be here. Drove across country and assassinated on Thanksgiving night two of our National Guardsmen, one dead, one fighting for his life, young lady, 20 years old, horrific scene. I had walked by there with Joe. I told you this yesterday, about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, right in front of that, right where it happened, 45 minutes prior to it happening, to an hour. I don't know the exact time, somewhere in that. Walked right by it. Could have been us in that gunfight. And of course, in Washington, D.C., you cannot have a gun. You cannot carry. But the criminals always seem to get the guns, right? Isn't that amazing? They always get them. Of course, we don't. We can't have it. And I follow the law, as you all know. So not going to do that. So could have shot me, could have shot my son, could have shot everybody. Who knows? But it is what it is. And so, Caroline Levitt spent some time on that. Every single fake news question was about Venezuela and blowing up drug boats coming with fentanyl and drugs to kill our kids. Every question was about some drug dealer survivors that were gunned down in the water or something. Every single one. That had to be the most boring presser I'd ever seen. Then they asked a question about the president's MRI, which he had already put out. I mean, these people are incorrigible. The fake news is in overdrive. If you want to know what I'm doing, subscribe to our Substack page. Just go to Substack, just put in John Fredericks Media. I'll come right up. Go to our Substack page, and you'll be able to see it there. Follow us on social media at JF Radio Show. Sign up for our newsletter. It's free. Everything I do is free. I don't charge anything, right? I have advertisers. Ann and I work our tail off, and I get legacy advertising. I don't have benefactors. I don't have like Huffington Post has got billionaires propping up their ridiculous left-wing company. I don't have any of that. We have traditional advertisers. Please shop them. That's how we survive. And they're good people. And I use all of it. I don't promote anything personally that I don't use or have or take or something. Is if I don't do it, I don't promote it because it's not real, right? Now, except Purple Wave, I'm not in the construction business, but I love their people. But obviously, I'm not buying tractors. So you get the picture, right? So I go there, and they're asking one after the other. And you know what the amazing thing about it is, guys? What is amazing is, like, when I ask a question, I don't have it written down because I don't know what question exactly I'm going to ask until I raise my hand. Because if I had a question in mind and somebody else asked something similar and she gave the answer, why would I ask the same one? But you see, in there, their questions are pre-written. And when they raise their hand and she calls on them, they simply read their piece of paper or their phone. I mean, they're reading it. So half of the questions have already been answered. And then she has to say, well, I already answered that. This goes on. This is who I'm in there with, right? I'm telling you what, it's like the bar scene at Star Wars. Now, there's going to be a bunch of hit pieces on me. One coming out in HuffPost because they're very upset that I asked the question about something the White House put out, because that's off limits and I might have embarrassed some of the fake newsers. Ask me if I give a rat's ass. Nada. Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up, right? If looks could kill, I'd be dead 3 times to Wednesday before I got out of that room. And of course, nobody would talk to me except a couple of my friends who said, hey, great question. Now, they're going to blast me for asking this question, right? They put this out. This was a thing the White House put out while we were there, like 20 minutes into it. Like, I'm going to ask a relevant question, but see, they can't do that because they've all got their questions written down, and that's all they have the capability of asking. I mean, it's like, I'm telling you what, it's like, what's that song? Play this at the bottom of the hour, please. What's that song, Tyler? Jokers to the right of me, Riddlers to the left, or so, clouds to the left. You've got to play that song at the bottom of the hour. Oh, we got to get to the phone lines. But first, before we get to Tony in North Carolina, a couple things. There is an election today in Tennessee in District 6. If you live there and you're part of my coverage in Nashville, go out and vote for Matt Van Epps. It's a special. It's today. This is a district that President Trump won by 20 points. Van Epps should win this. Polls have it within 3 or 4. The Democrats do a phenomenal job. I got to hand it to them on getting out the absentee ballots in these specials. If Van Epps were to lose this seat, we're going to lose 50 seats in the fall, okay? 50, not 30 like Bannon says, 50. This is going to be the biggest bloodbath in history if she wins the seat, and she's a complete nut job. Margin of victory doesn't matter. 5, 10, 3, 2, it's irrelevant. Let's just win that seat and be done with it.